Hey, I'm Adam Thompson. I'm a consultant in strategy and organisational design, and today a case study from Major League Baseball on how we can use measures to increase performance. Let's get right into it. Okay, the sport of baseball. For those of you who know cricket,
When we have baseball, you have cricket, which is like baseball on Valium. Yes!
the pitcher throws the ball to the hitter gets a hit. If they get around the bases, we score runs. Now the key interaction is the pitcher to the hitter, and then it's about balls and strikes. 3 strikes and you're out. 4 balls, you get to go to first base. If you get around the bases, you score a run. 2 ways to get a strike: swing and miss. The other way is the ball goes over this thing called the home plate. So it goes over the home plate and it's between the hitter's knees and roughly about here. That's going to be called a strike as well. How has that worked out? By the umpire, which is this person here, and their job is to watch the ball come in and call whether it's a ball and a strike. And here's the bit that makes it not so fun. Major league fastballs these days are getting up to 100 mile an hour, 161 Ks. They're coming in with movement, and pitchers are better than they've ever been at putting it right onto the edges of the plate. And the closer to the edges of those plate it is, the harder it is to hit. So that decision by the umpire as to whether that ball crossed the edge of the plate or not is going to be key to perhaps getting a base hit, a home run, or perhaps striking out. It's a big decision.
Strike?
Since 2000, technology has improved greatly. So we're now at the point where pitches can be tracked. There are cameras in all major league ballparks tracking pitches. So the ability to now tell whether the ball's actually going through that strike zone has never been greater. So it might seem like the obvious thing to say, we can now measure the performance of umpires. It was in 2009 where Major League Baseball said to umpires that we're going to start using this as a way to get performance. Now, a lot of the information I've got comes from a paper by a guy called Brian Mills, who was at the University of Florida, now at the University of Texas, and his work is fantastic. This is the result in ball and strike accuracy when the measures were brought in. As you can see, we've got that line along the top. That's the amount of balls that were called balls correctly. And the one along the bottom is the number of strikes that were called correctly. So what we've seen there is the introduction of a KPI that's got results. In most workplaces, this is how it's going to go. Management decides what we need is some KPIs. So they decide they're now going to set some standards for all the staff. The staff now have to change to meet those standards, and the people who are setting the standards, their day-to-day world is not going to be that much different. That's why the setting of KPIs often is going to cause an issue to come through the organisation.
Why can't we just run the plant the way we did before? I mean, we did pretty good.
In terms of Major League Baseball, these were the factors that were in place when you look into it. Major League Baseball decided to set a standard, a minimum accuracy level, and they did start linking some rewards to being able to achieve that standard. And now we come to the 2 major points. After each game, umpires started getting a report on how they did that game, and that report was communicated to them personally.
I am Ernst Stavro Blofeld.
Note those key things. It wasn't some sort of report at the end of the month. It was immediate feedback on how they did, and it was personal communication. It wasn't a cold thing coming at them saying, this is you, you're now judged. And then the second major thing was training was available. And when I say training available, there wasn't a training program introduced by Major League Baseball which said, and now everyone, lucky you get to go on training. Training was made available. And remember the graph we showed earlier? These are the results that we're seeing through adopting that approach. Of interest, these results have leveled off over the last 5 years, suggesting there's maybe a limit to human performance. They definitely haven't gone down. For yourself, consider the measures you're bringing into place and look through these factors here. Is there some sort of a standard? Is the feedback immediate so it turns from being an accountability hammer into being actual feedback? And is training available without it being a mandated thing that requires people to do it, which makes them feel like a bunch of enrolled children? By having a clear standard, an immediate feedback, and an avenue to improve it, they're the key aspects that can see you get results similar to what we saw in terms of Major League Baseball. That's all for now. If you'd like to get in touch, message me on any of the usual socials. You can sign up for my blog, zenorganisations.com. That'll give you the article that goes along with this, as well as a new video to your inbox every week. I'll see you next time.